Are the director's cuts made because of the demands of the producers to make the film shorter? Maybe the vision of the director is to make the film longer and have more different scenes, but they have to cut it to make it more appropriate for audiences and for financiers.
Sorry,
Yeah.
yes. I wasn't quite sure. I'm not quite sure with what your question is. Are you saying that whether the director's cut would it be what as
Is it some sort of censorship also? If they
well,
have to make it.
it could be because when as a director, when you write your piece and you give it to the producers they have their jobs, to find in the market, finding distributors and so on, the money and so many different things. And when you make your film, and when you start editing, then there's a new thing comes with it. And they say whether this works or this doesn't work, and because you sign a contract with the producers, you can't really implement every single thing that you have envisioned, unless you're Scorsese or Spielberg or any of those guys. But even I've heard that I'm not quite sure, but I've heard that in Kings of New York, Gangs of New York. Sorry, it's the Kings of New York. Gangs of New York. Scorsese has some sort of problem, and it was another financier that came about to, in a way, bail him out. So yes, but years after, when the film has been distributed and has been talked about and shown, then some sort of once the contract has been expired or has been run old enough, some directors they have their own vision, they cut it, it gets out again, and the film was quite popular. Then it gets out with the new cut. But that could be again the form of censorship, But that also, with the producers, call it creativity. Like I have a script right now, it's running from Europe to Canada, going back and forth, and the European distributor has given me notes, and I'm just saying, why do I have to change the ending? Because I've changed the ending, you've changed the message of my film, then it wouldn't be my film anymore. So if they don't like it, they don't really pay me give us any money. So it's just a battle, going back and forth, and I don't know if it's censorship or whatever, but it is frustrating.
Like that. Maybe it's a best question for the variety, because you know something about industry. So I've heard, or I know that there are many cuts of, for instance, Blade Runner. There are many cuts of Watchmen, the movie, normal cut, ultimate cut, director's cut, more and more, 2 hours or 4 hours long movie. So and Avatar now has new cuts that they insert few seconds and they screen it again in theaters. So how are these cuts connected to the industry, and how to the directors? Are they ordered by the company that finances the movie, or are they in a way, well, I know that if the movie is in theater and the director can't make a movie he wants to make another cut. But are they planned and made by the industry as a new way of getting money from the fans of the movie?
I think you're right. I think money is a key factor, and sometimes each case is different. Like with Blade Runner, Ridley Scott was fairly young early in his career, so he did not have final cut, and they took it away from him. And then after he got more powerful, he made his own cut. With James Cameron, it was like, it's Hollywood. It's all money. They sometimes, before they even start filming, they've said, here's the opening date. So it's like he had to do that. He added 9 minutes on his own. He wanted to do that. But a lot of times it's money, and a lot of times you see more director's cuts since DVDs came out, because it's like Hollywood makes you buy the DVD, and then 2 years later it's like, we want to make you buy that DVD again. So it's like we're giving you some extras. So here's some more scenes, and here's an extra commentary and stuff like that. So it's for different reasons. I think in Hollywood, censorship is not a key factor in the director's cuts, but I think in Hollywood, money is always a factor, and sometimes it's creativity, and I'm sure it's happened with all of you, whether you make a film or you write a letter, and then you put it aside, and 2 days later you think, oh, I want to change this, and sometimes, You know, one filmmaker said to me, "I never have released a film because it was ready. I released it because I had an opening date, and I had to turn it in." So, and then sometimes if the film's successful enough, they'll let him recut it and do that. But again, they know they're going to make some money off of it.